Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Dr. Midred Fay Jefferson's Vital Concerns. With me today are two very wonderful people from the Archdiocese of Boston's Office of the Deaf Apostolate, Father Jeremy St.Martin, and our interpreter today, Celia Mojica. Welcome, both of you. Thank you. Before we begin, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about yourself, Father?
My name is Father Jeremy St. Martin, and my sign name is Father Jeremy. I'm a priest for the Archdiocese of Boston. I was ordained in 2002. I grew up in Fall River, Massachusetts. When I was 4, my family moved to Rhode Island, and we lived there. My first assignment as a priest was at St. Cecilia's Parish in Ashland, Massachusetts. And now, for the past 4 years, I'm a priest. I've been the priest for the deaf here at the Archdiocese of Boston.
Well, Celia, why don't you join in and tell us something about yourself?
My name is Celia Mojica. I'm a Northeastern University graduate from their ASL English Interpreting Program. I graduated in 2009. In the fall of 2009, I started working for the Archdiocese of Boston as a staff interpreter coordinator for the Deaf Apostolate.
Great. Okay, Father, I know that there is sign language used for various masses in the Archdiocese. What about other activities for the deaf?
We have many events for the deaf and with the deaf. There's a deaf man in the community named Bruce Bucci, and he helps us a great deal with the Deaf Religious Education Program. And Father Sean Carey, himself a deaf priest here in the Archdiocese, is also a teacher for the confirmation program for the deaf. And there's a wonderful woman who also works with us named Mary Brooks, and she runs the Senior Deaf Wellness Program. It's the first Tuesday of the month that program meets. We also have a World Youth Day group preparing to attend the World Youth Day this August in Madrid, Spain. And we're also involved with visiting families in their homes who perhaps have new children who are deaf. We also serve those in the hospitals who are deaf and need assistance or care. And we have outreach programs where we visit various parishes and celebrate masses. And we also have interpreters working with us, developing our needs in that sense. We also have a deaf adult religious education program every Monday evening.
So you help people of all ages.
Yes, we do.
About how many people are going to Madrid to World Youth Day from Boston?
Our group consists of about 28 individuals now. We have 2 professional trilingual interpreters working with us. They are proficient in English, Spanish, and American Sign Language. And the youth are very excited. Some of the youth also included in our group are young adult leaders from various parishes. We have 3 women from Canada who are actually joining our group, 3 deaf women, and they have already been to World Youth Day and very good Catholic women, deaf, and they will be great leaders for our young people. And we have a few deaf people from California and as well as Boston, so we're really looking forward to that. And there's one young deaf man who is actually becoming blind. He has Usher's syndrome, so he's losing his vision, and he's really looking forward to being involved in that group. Really good young man.
I have a couple of questions about interpreting. How do you learn to be able to use sign language? Is it hard?
Yes, it's like learning any language, French, German, Spanish. It's just as learning any second language. It's a full language itself with a complete grammar and different ways of expressing itself. It's a very unique language. The diocese actually sent me to Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C., which is the deaf university. I went to 2 summer programs there, and I studied at the Learning Center for the Deaf in Framingham. I took evening classes there. And I had 2 deaf Catholic women tutor me every Friday to help me learn as well. And then, in addition to all of that, Father Sean Carey was a great teacher and taught me many things and helped me to master my interpreting skills as well.
Do you have to be a Catholic to interpret the Mass? No, not at all. You don't need to be Catholic. But it can help. I know very good interpreters who are highly skilled, and they know the Catholic vocabulary and Catholic understanding and concepts. There's one woman named Neva. She's actually Jewish, but she's a phenomenal Catholic interpreter. It's very consider it similar to a musician in that they don't need to be Catholic to be able to express good music for a particular Mass. Naturally, there are some ways in that being Catholic might help. And there are some jobs where you may want an interpreter to have that same Catholic faith, but it's by no means required. As a member of the Knights of Columbus, Father, I noticed that you're wearing the emblem of a chaplain. Can you tell us a bit about that? Yes. This is the jewels to show that I'm a chaplain for the Knights of Columbus. I remember even before I became a priest, I was involved as a member of the Knights of Columbus in Roxbury. It was council number 1, 2, 3 I was involved in. And they were a great, encouraging, and supportive community as I was discerning my call to the priesthood. And they truly helped me. And as a group, we were able to help those in our community who were poor or perhaps needed other assistance. And later on, during my first assignment in Ashland, again, the Knights of Columbus were present in that community, and they were such a tremendous help to me as a young priest. And then yet again, as I'm working with the deaf community, the Crocher Council in Newton has been such an amazing support system. A man there
Father Sean Carey is a member of that council as well. And soon we will be welcoming 2 new members, both of them young Catholic fathers. Both of them are deaf, and they will become members of our council. The council's very excited. It's such a beautiful and deaf-friendly council, and we're very excited for that new addition.
Now, can you tell us a bit about the deaf community and their involvement in the pro-life movement, especially in the Archdiocese?
Yes, it's very exciting, actually. Recently, many of our young people went to the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in Boston, where we had the annual March for Life happening. We had a special mass at the cathedral, and many of the young deaf in attendance joined all of the youth from Boston for this beautiful mass at the cathedral. And we made these great signs to hold as we marched through the streets of Boston to show our want to protect the innocent lives, those who are vulnerable, those who are unborn, and help the mothers who perhaps might find themselves in a crisis situation, and the fathers as well. Young deaf, and deaf in general, know a great deal about eugenics. And this is because the deaf community in America has a history with eugenics. There was a eugenics law set up early in the 1900s saying that it was illegal for deaf people to marry. It was clearly not a fair law. Anyways, it really hurt the deaf community. And in the Catholic Church, in canon law, the Church states that deaf people can marry, they can share those promises of marriage through the expression using sign language. And that is not new for canon law. There was a Council of Orange that happened in France